All right, months after his 35-year-old loser video, let's see how he's doing. I mean, so far just he's already into his new job. Um, ever since then, like I believe it was what 2-3 months ago. I mean, I can't remember from the top of my head, but it's just been a while. And let's go see how he's doing.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's funny, I was actually kind of excited to film this one this week. But then as soon as I start filming it, I just fucking shut down. So I stopped, I streamed a little bit. I figured that would help me warm up a little bit. I think it actually has. I think I might do this from now on before yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling warmed up. Yeah, I absolutely feel a little warmed up right now. So I think from now on, before I do videos, I'm gonna stream a little bit first. Wow, it really works. I just feel like I'm streaming. When I'm streaming, there's like no nerves. I'm just chilling. But for whatever reason, when I do these videos, it's just because I know that like way more people are going to see these videos than. I gotta minimize my thing. I can see my face. It's fucking with me. One sec. I know that way more people are going to see these videos, so like it just fucks my head. But I think if I stream beforehand, kind of just get the juices flowing, it makes this a lot easier. So I'm gonna do that from now on. How's it going? How are you guys today? How are you guys this week? It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, like with live streaming, you just let yourself flow. You can't. I mean, of course, you cannot really stop it and then try to rewind back or try to start over again or cut something. It's just on the spot. Whatever you say, it's just on the spot. Whereas when you're doing videos, you want to make sure that things are good. Like look at when I do my reaction videos. Sometimes I have to cut myself. I have to start over sometimes too. Like, oh man, I don't think what I'm saying is right. I don't think so. I think I sound tired here, but yeah,
Since the
I
last
feel him.
I've had a rough couple of weeks. I'm gonna be honest. My vices have just been completely in control the last couple of weeks. There's been like no self-improvement. There's been regression, honestly. Still sober, not smoking weed or drinking. Still smoking cigarettes, unfortunately.
I mean, regression happens.
Still using the corn, as the kids call it these days. It's funny, the censorship on the internet has created a whole new lexicon that I'm still learning.
Oh man, don't get me started with that. I've gotten a few of my videos getting flagged, taken down because of certain words. It's just recent. I mean, I can't tell you how many. Oops, I can't tell you how many censors that I've been getting over the course of these months that I've been like. I have videos from like 2-3 years ago getting flagged. It's just crazy.
But, this process is not a race, it's a marathon. As long as you don't let your slip-ups send you into a spiral, as long as you just pick yourself up and keep moving forward, that's all you can do, right? And the only way you're going to succeed is if you just, when you do make mistakes, you do slip up, you just don't let it define you. Just keep going. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to put it. I mean, easier said than done. I know these mistakes happen. I do those too. So, I mean, especially if he's on his YouTube, well, I wouldn't say just YouTube, but just life journey overall. Doing whatever he can to improve himself, and then try to come out of the bottom from like trying to come out from of the rock bottom. I mean, it's hard at 35, 36 years old, but it can be done.
Life
Going from
foundation,
zero to
your
a
current
hundred.
situation is still
I would
fine.
say I would say 0 to 100, but coming from zero and trying to make something out of yourself. That's what I meant.
I don't remember. I never remember what I say in these videos. We looked at one apartment nearby that was within our price range, and they were willing to work with us on the pets. But when we got there, it was kind of a shithole. Very tiny, no closets. I don't really care about closets, but my mom does. So we ended up passing up on that. And then about a week later, we found another place. Oh, by the way, we decided to get rid of one of my cats. It sucks. I'd
Oh,
rather get
I'm
rid of one of the
sorry.
cats than the dog, but it still sucks because nowhere we go,
I
other
am
than that shithole
sorry.
we looked at, nowhere let you take free pets. It's fucking ridiculous. And if they do, it's probably a shithole. So we decided we're willing to get rid of one of our cats, which will make it a lot easier to find a place. So we looked at a place about a week after that shithole. And it was fucking perfect, honestly. It was a little bit closer to work. It was big. It was a little pricey, but we could afford it. It was beautiful. Very, very nice building. A big, like, complex. There was a fucking gym right up the hallway from the apartment. Very bright, lots of natural lighting. Closet space, 2 bathrooms. It was amazing. Hardwood floors.
Hmm.
Now that I'm talking about it, I'm getting depressed. And everything seemed good. They asked for our paperwork.
Shoot.
They asked for our pet vaccination records, which I thought was a good sign. Why would they ask for those if they weren't going to accept us? And then we got turned down. And the reason they turned us down,
Damn.
even though we have a rich uncle co-signer, they still turned us down. because our credit sucks and we don't make enough money.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a kick in the nuts, honestly, because this place kind of felt perfect. It was big, it had grounded power, grounded outlets. My room would have been bigger than the room I'm currently in. It was very nice, very nice. There's a fire pit like right outside the apartment. It was fucking awesome, and we didn't get it.
I just realized, I'm like off topic, but did I just fucking snort earlier? Oh my god. I have not been doing reaction videos in a while. Jesus, I'm not gonna cut
So
that though.
that hit my
I
mom
thought it
pretty
was
hard.
funny.
She was really, she's been a mess lately because of this whole
That was
situation.
random.
She really liked the place. She seems to have bounced back a little bit
But
from it now, but it was kind of devastating when it happened. So we're still
shoot.
looking. We have not found anywhere.
But on the topic of this, yeah, that really, yeah, that is horrible. I mean, the fact that him and his mom, just by themselves, they've been struggling so much. It's hard. It's really hard. Struggling, trying to get themselves out of being from zero. It's a tough thing to be going through, and getting older. I mean, that makes it so much harder, especially if you're approaching a 40.
It's pretty concerning we couldn't get this. I mean, we could afford it. It was a lot of money, but together we could afford it. And we have a rich fucking cosigner, but apparently that doesn't mean anything to these motherfuckers. So,
Yeah,
I don't know where we're going to find a place. It's going to have to be a shithole, I think. A shithole will take us. This was not a shithole. This was a very nice place. So we're probably going to have to lower our standards a little bit. My credit's gone up a little bit. It's knocking on the door of good range right now. It's went up like 20 points recently. There's like a billion credit scores, and there's a lot of variance between them, but it's getting up there. It's starting to go up. I've started using because I'm so bad with money. I got rid of my credit card. I have one, but I cut up the card so I wouldn't use it. But that actually hurts you because then you're not using credit and you're not feeding the credit agency's information. So I'm going to start using it to buy my gas at work for work, and just paying it off every week.
Well, that's good.
To try and build up credit.
I mean, I get that with credit cards, it helps to build your credit, and it gives you reward points to be able to spend. But if you don't have if you have issues with spending or using credit cards, yeah, you're gonna have to tear those up. You're gonna have to.
Is it every week or every month? I know people say every month. If I pay it off every week, will that hurt me in credit? Let me know in the comments. I don't know. I'm not good with this shit. I'm still learning. But yeah, I'm gonna start using the credit card, utilizing it, and I'm not in a position to fuck around with money, so I'm not gonna use it to buy Counter-Strike skins or anything. But I gotta do something to bump my credit up.
I mean, if he has control of himself, which I see he has, he does have some savings. If that's the case, then I don't think he should cut too much though. But just as long as he's not overspending his credit card and he's being responsible in paying back, he should be okay.
So the apartment thing sucks. We still don't know where we're gonna live. We're still here, obviously.
I'm not sure if actually I don't know if he has student. Does he have student? No, I don't know.
Forced to move. The nursing home. My mom's been talking to their lawyers. I'm not, so I have no clue what's going on with that whole situation. She told me March. It's now March. I think she told me April. I don't know if she told me April or March. I think she told me March. It's now March. It's now halfway through March. I haven't heard anything. For all I know, we could be here another 6 months. I have no clue. But we're looking. Hopefully we find something. I'll let you know when we do.
Yeah.
As far as apartments go, that's pretty much it. I mean, we found a couple of places. One was terrible. One was amazing. Do I regret us passing up the terrible one? Because, I mean, terrible is maybe a strong word. It wasn't nice. Maybe terrible is a strong word. The area it was in was nice, but very tiny and kind of dirty, kind of scummy. No closet.
Okay.
My room there, this is a small room. My room at this first place would have been smaller than this. It was. I was really not looking forward to it, so I'm kind of glad we didn't go there. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a place better than the other one that we found that we got rejected from, and they'll take all 3 pets, and I won't have to get rid of my cat. Who knows? I have no clue. Maybe I'll be living in my car. Who knows? Stay tuned.
I mean, it's hard taking care of pets. I don't have any, but it's just a lot of responsibility with them. And then when they pass away, that's when it hits really hard. I mean, I love pets. Don't get me wrong, but it just seems so difficult to be taking care of them. Not to mention, again, when they pass away, it hits so hard.
I'm as apprised of the situation as you are. What else? Work has been kind of weird. When I joined this company, I started working in one department for a particular manager, the manager who hired me. And I built up a little bit of a relationship with this person, and she seemed to like me, and we seemed to be getting along. And then a couple of weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, she left for personal reasons. She's still working there, but she's pulling back a little bit. And we got a new manager in our department. And at first, he seemed to like me. He was paying me compliments. It felt good to get that from a new manager. And then, about a week into his, maybe the first week, a few days into his tenure as a new manager, another department right next door asked to take me on to help them get through a backlog because this company absorbed another company within the last year, and this other company had a lot of issues and had accrued a big backlog of stuff. And so this department that I'm currently working in, that I was moved to temporarily, needed help, so I went over to help them. And then, and I hesitate to even say this because if he sees this, it would be weird. But I get the vibe that he doesn't like me anymore. Honestly.
Oh man.
I get this distinct sense.
If he sees this, I mean, am I missing something? Does his workplace know that he's doing YouTube? I don't know. I think I'm missing something. Maybe I haven't watched Snooks in a while, but I mean, he has gotten a couple of people in his personal life that watches his videos. I remember him back in his supermarket job. Somebody, I believe, watched him or found his channel.
That he just doesn't like me. I haven't really been late. I mean, there was like one day I was like 5 minutes late. But, I get in like 8 minutes early. I get in right on time, a couple of minutes early. I'm usually not late. It's like, one day a week I'm like 2 or 3 minutes late. The rest I'm like early. But I don't know. Maybe I just look like a shrub. He just doesn't like the cut of my jib. I don't know what it is, but
I think that's his thing. He's at least he's made better efforts to come on time to work. But when it comes to like arriving, it's like of course you want to make yourself, you want to be able to arrive on time. I would say like arrive a little early. I mean, I know it's hard for him, and and he's shown improvement in coming to work on time. Because I know he talked about how he used that as back in his previous his other job, not the supermarket one, but the one before that, the one he worked long term, that he used to come in late many times, and he's been used to doing that. Now he's gotten better with it, but yeah, when you tend to tardy, it does make yourself look bad, to the management, to everybody, because they do have that set schedule that people have to be there. That's just what it is with the workplace. And let's continue on.
he something. I hope my microphone's recording.
Oh, that would suck if it's not.
I just have to make sure.
It's funny because I'm doing this reaction video as well, and I'm like, oh my god, my voice better be recording. It better be there. Otherwise, it would suck having to restart this whole thing over again.
Because you get flowing like this for like 20 minutes and then you realize none of it was picked up. It's a fucking horrible feeling.
Yeah.
So I just got this feeling that the manager didn't like me. And then as I was working in this other department helping them with their stuff, they brought on a new person who's supposedly a temp, but I have a distinct feeling that she's not going to be a temp because she's really good at what she does. She's like a fucking killer. I respect the shit out of her. She's really good at what she does. And the new manager loves her. And just as I've been working in this new department, my current, my actual, what I was hired to work in department has no need of me at all. I'm a complete third wheel, totally unnecessary.
That's scary, though.
I've been kind of stressing out over these.
That is scary. That is scary. And then the lady who came in, I want to know how old is she? Like the range, just curious. Like you got if she's like around Snooks' age or older, then of course she has the experience. She has that. But if she was a younger person, then it's like, holy crap, especially if she's were to be in her 20s and she's already outperforming the shit out of you. That's a big problem, that can be a real problem. So.
Last couple of weeks, because the department I'm technically assigned to doesn't need me, and the manager seems to not like me. So once this temporary thing in this other department ends, what's going to happen, right? Are they going to fire me because they don't need me? The manager doesn't like me. Am I going to lose the job? Even if they don't fire me and I go back to this department, am I totally unnecessary now? And I'm just waiting for them to fire me because But then also if I even go back and work for them, the manager doesn't like me. So now I'm going to be working for a manager who doesn't like me. It's it was just
and he's just new horrible. Too.
But then yesterday, I spoke with the manager, the upper manager of the department I've been helping with, and she asked if I'd like to come on permanently in this new department. And I was like, oh yeah, yes, thank you, please. And what I'm doing in this new
he will need that, especially if you're trying to play catch up. Though he's gonna definitely need that. You're looking for a place. You're trying to make income for yourself, trying to get the retirement, the savings going, especially after after the mess up he's made for 35 years, 35 and a half, I would say.
This new department is
trying to clean
what
up.
I was doing at my old job. I was told,
And it's scary, and I want to add to it's scary. It is scary having to start over, feel like you're starting over. You're like a newbie at 35 plus years old. You don't have that much time. You're getting up to, you're at the point where, I mean, you still have your youth, but you're getting at that point that where any mistake you make is costly. So if you were to lose his job, that's going to be a costly thing. So I see how much fear that is. That's why I advise younger folks that please get yourself together as you can. If you're still in your 20s, get it together now. So I mean, so that way when you get to your 30s, at least you will have some development, and you're allowed to make some kind of mistakes, or even leave your job if you're getting tired of it, or you wouldn't, and you wouldn't have that feeling of fear that, oh my god, if I lose this, then that's it. I'm back to square one again. I'm back to next to nothing. Like say you've developed $30,000 to your name, and then all of a sudden this thing happens, then you're back to zero. And next thing you know, you're going to be 36, 37, 38, 40, 45. It goes on. That's what's the scary part about starting over at 35 plus.
People who are smart and experienced, that what I was in was called post-closing. Based on my experience in post-closing at this place, I don't think it was really post-closing. It was much more like dealing with like records and paper pushing kind of stuff. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now in this new department. And it's I would say it's less prestigious, it's less complex. I'd say there's probably less room for growth. You're getting a less well-rounded understanding of the business, which I don't like. I want to learn like as much as possible, so I have as much to offer as possible, so I don't have to worry about work. So I feel like in this department, there's only so much you can learn. There's only so far you can go, which is kind of shitty. But at the same time, it much more suits my experience, and it's a lot chiller. It's a lot more laid back.
Well, that's good.
Don't seem to hate me, so.
At least they don't push you. Right now, at least they don't push you around like a dog.
Like, what the fuck happens when this temporary assignment ends? Am I gonna, what's gonna happen? I don't know. So now I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, whatever you can do to keep your job. That's the thing. Whatever he can do to keep his job. I mean, it's a tough one.
I'm feeling kind of good about that, I guess. As good as one can feel about such a situation. I mean, that's pretty much it, honestly. I don't have much else to say. I mean, the apartment situation is still ongoing. There seems to be some stability in work for now. I'm still a complete fuck-up in every other area of my life.
But you know what? At least he's made improvements, though. He is making improvements. Yeah, he may have regressed. He may have gone backwards. But at least he's conscious enough to be able to realize it first, and then look, all right, I'm gonna just keep on the no smoking, the quit smoking kind of thing, and then lower the vices. That's what. I mean, he's not like Jamani where he's also self-conscious, he's self-aware. He's so self-aware about things that he knows that he's doing things wrong, but he's not making any effort, or at least he's now making some kind of improvement. Jamani, by the way, he's self-banning himself from certain casinos, but I don't know how he's doing now, but at least he's making a little bit of improvement at 32 years old.
It is what it is. When we move, I'm going to have to quit smoking, so hopefully it happens soon. It's tough.
I mean, one step at a time.
You're looking for a place to live, and you don't know what's going on. And you're at a new place of work, and you don't know what's going on with that. It's tough. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna ask for forgiveness. I'm not gonna make excuses. I'm just saying it's tough. And I'm working.
I think that's a good mindset to have.
I'm still doing this. I stream multiple times a week. I got a bunch of money in my bank account. Like I always used to have $0 in my checking account and savings account, perpetually. I had less than $0. I would go into because the bank I used to have, they let you take out $100 overdraft and they wouldn't penalize you. I'd be a negative 100 every week and just be down $100 every paycheck. Now I got a couple grand. I got some savings.
That's good.
$2,000 in my checking account.
That actually is good.
Steal my shit. It just feels good to not be like constantly broke. I'm still broke. I still don't have money. And as soon as we get an apartment, that money's gonna go.
Baby steps, man. Baby steps. He's in a better position. I know people are gonna criticize, like, oh man, $2,000 to your name at that age. Oh, that's terrible. We get it, but it's a step in the right direction, and he keeps going with it. He'll be able to have 5 figures to his name. So, but like I said, it's it's baby steps for him. And yeah, I know that money could go away for the new apartment, but like he just got to keep doing what he's doing, keep saving, keep on. If he can invest, then by all means invest. Take care of his retirement. And I mean, 35. Yeah, he's still up there in age. I get it. He may have lost about a decade and a half of his own of compound interest, but he's still got ways to go.
Where's going up? I have more money than I used to. YouTube is completely trickles because I don't make videos. The videos I make don't get a lot of views. I stream. People pay a couple bucks once in a while when I stream, but like next month I'll be lucky to get a few $100. But you know what? A few $100, just free money basically for doing basically nothing. I'll take it. It helps.
I mean, you are doing something. I mean, if you are doing something. You're interacting with the crowd. I mean, that takes energy. That definitely takes energy. I know I'm shifting between second person and third person here. I know it's a little annoying, but but that's just my thoughts. That's how my mind rolls. But anyways, back to Snooks. Yeah, whatever it takes, dude. By all means, do it. You gotta play. You're playing catch up here. You're late in the game. It's like you're down 3 touchdowns. And you're about to go into halftime. You're about to go in the halfway point of your life. So whatever you can do, score something. Score a touchdown in this next drive, metaphorically speaking. But yeah,
I'm gonna owe money. It's fucking bullshit. I have been putting aside my YouTube tax money. Don't worry. And I just
found
something out about my 401k. They told me that all the taxes were taken care of, but apparently because I had a 401k loan at the time, and I fucking cleared that out like an idiot. And they didn't take taxes for that, so I owe taxes. Plus, I assume the penalty on the loan that I had outstanding at the time when I got unemployed. So I'm going to have to pay on that, which is going to suck. But hopefully it's not so much.
Ooh.
I also got a delinquent juror notice. I had jury duty a year ago, and I just blew it off. I was like, fuck it, they're not going to come after me. They did. It took them a year. But they sent me the notice, so I'm going to have to go deal with that situation.
Jury duty sucks.
Jury duty or something. I don't know. I want to get out of it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, though. Tell them I'm fucking racist or something. I don't know. Tell them something just to make me toxic. Maybe I'll just show up like unshaven, got my hair. I'll just show up like this. I'll have my hair all fucked up. I'll have like my shirt half buttoned. I'll have like a big stain on my sweatshirt or something, and no one's gonna pick me for that jury. That's what I'll do. I shouldn't say this publicly because then the cops will see it and I'll get in trouble.
Well, that's a good idea to be doing that. Just to act like you don't even give a shit. Jury duty's a waste of time. I don't know why they have that thing.
That's just a joke. I'm just an entertainer here. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna serve my time. I just hope it's not a long trial. Hopefully they pick me and then it gets dismissed in like a day. Actually, one time I had jury duty and I got out of it by bullshitting. It was actually in a different state, and it was for a murder trial. And looking back on it, I kind of regret not doing it. Wouldn't that have been cool to be like a juror on a murder trial? That would have been an interesting experience. This is what I'm talking. When you're a pussy,
yeah,
you try to get out of shit that you're supposed to do. You miss out on interesting experiences. Just handle your shit. If I just handled my shit, it would have been a month. I would have gotten out of work a couple of times.
I would disagree. I don't want to be a part of that. I do not want to be a part of anything that to that extreme. I don't. I just do not want to. I do not want to. They look dangerous.
An experience.
I disagree.
A murder trial. That would have been cool, but I didn't do it.
That ain't cool.
Who knows? Maybe this one will be a murder trial too. I don't really have much more to say, honestly. I mean, life is life. Life is trucking along. This isn't going to be a philosophical video or anything. It's just an update. But yeah, I don't know what the next video is going to be. Last time I made like 2 videos in a few days. Who knows? Maybe the next video will be a couple of days from now. Maybe it'll be 2 weeks from now. I don't know. It'll come. It'll come when it comes. Still got to do that Dark Souls video. It's actually kind of funny. I was thinking about this idea of Dark Souls video that I was going to do. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized it's like making the exact 180-degree opposite case as my last video. The last video, the little philosophical one. This new Dark Souls one is kind of taking the 180-degree opposite stance of that video. So that might be kind of interesting.
Okay, I haven't checked that out.
I think I'm stuttering. I think I have a mild stutter. I've noticed this recently.
Again, I just like how conscious, how self-aware he really is.
When I'm recording and I'm streaming, every once in a while I'll stutter. It's kind of weird. Anyway, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for watching this one. Be streaming later tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely go to his channel. Check him out if you haven't already. But my overall thoughts, yeah. I mean, first of all, he's in a shit situation here. First of all, let's just say that. He's in a shit situation. He's got all this debt that he's paying off, so he's still negative net worth. And that really sucks. And he's still trying to bring his credit score. I believe he's like what? He said he's on the good range. That's like in the 700. So that's a good start. I will say that. Like trying to play catch up, trying to go from the negative hole, trying to get to zero, and then trying to go build from zero to the positive range. It's a tough journey that he's going through, man. And I do believe he deserves that. He deserves that 20, what was it out? 23, 24. I didn't look. 1,000 subs. So, I mean, I'm rooting him on. I do wish him the best. I do hope that his workplace, that he continues to do a good job at his workplace. Try not to be late. I know work sucks. I know coming in at a certain time it's annoying. But yeah, just definitely don't do something to get yourself in trouble. I have to tell myself to not, I mean, I know it's not really related to Snooks, but sometimes I do have a bit of a temper myself. And I have to tell myself that, hey, whatever my supervisor, if there's any critics, I just critique, I gotta just bite my tongue, take it as is, and just move on. Because any move, again, I'm not immune to this. Bad shit could happen to me too. I could crash out too. I could crash my ass out. Next thing you know, I'm gonna end up being like, I could potentially be a lolcow. All right, I could crash out, be a lolcow, and then like somebody's gonna react to me, and then just tell, and then they're gonna say, hey, look at this guy, look at this lone YouTuber guy. Don't be like him. He's now crashing out all of a sudden. That's the thing. That's the kind of thing, though. You don't want to like end up doing. You want to take care of yourself. You don't want to end up losing it, though, because I know at an older age you have that tendency to lose it. I don't think so with Snooks. I believe in that guy. I believe he can get himself out of the hole and not turn himself into that. But like for other people like Donnelly, he didn't succeed. Oh, but my goodness, it can happen. Anything can happen. Take care of yourselves. Sometimes I even tell you guys, like, do as I say, but not as I do. I go to the casino sometimes. I know, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways, guys, it's been like probably like some time. I don't know. I don't know how long I've been doing this, but definitely check out Snooks. I do see some improvements with him. Keep on doing the YouTube channel. Hopefully he can get to 100,000 subs. Whatever help he can get, he's got to get that help. He's got to get everything that he can to get there. So that way, by the time he's 40, he'll have a good amount he'll have more good stuff coming for him. So anyways, that's about it. He's not like the other 40-plus-year-olds. But anyways, let's stop for now. I know I'm rambling on too much. My apologies. Thanks for watching this. We're at almost 30 minutes. So yeah, take care. Have a good one.